is my prime example of people that's puppet masters trying to control the narrative.
We are awaiting Mayor Henyard to arrive. We will give another 5 minutes.
Mayor Tiffany Henyard delayed the meeting with no explanation.
The story of Tiffany Henyard, the embattled mayor of Dolton, Illinois, appears to be taken directly from a political drama series, and we assure you that you won't want to miss a moment of it. Imagine a town that has been thrown into chaos by one person's desperate attempt to maintain power. The superintendent of Township, despite facing charges ranging from financial mismanagement to using municipal government as a weapon for personal benefit, remains unwavering. Her ascent to power was a wild ride, but her possible fall is looking even more tumultuous.
Damn subjects, we are your bosses. We are the citizens of Dolton, and you will not continue to treat us like this because you are on the way out.
Let's begin with the latest development in the story. The Democratic caucus, which descended into a full-scale political altercation. Henyard, in an attempt to get her on the ballot for re-election, the person who now serves as the Dolton Township Supervisor failed to meet the standards, and her slate of candidates was incomplete since she lacked a certified. Napoleon Harris, an Illinois state senator and Democrat, was the assessor on her ticket. He swooped in with a full slate of candidates and won the nomination. Dolton Township Democrats used a caucus rather than a primary for the first time in 30 years, and let's just say the drama wasn't let down. In a show of unrestrained anger, Henyard rushed out of the caucus, accusing Harris and his team of running an illegal procedure. She wasn't afraid to voice her opinions, branding Harris a coward and threatening to sue everyone involved. "They can't beat me," she said, adding that the only reason a caucus was held was organized in lieu of a primary in order to prevent her from running, and her followers repeated her grievances, accusing Harris of manipulating the process by allowing his supporters to enter the location first, so leaving many of her supporters out in the cold.
You tonight if you don't get the Democratic Party's nomination.
What do you mean? I will be victorious tonight. You will see. My people are here. They're not gonna go no.
But remember, this isn't the first time Henyard has been at the center of controversy. Her time as the mayor of Dolton and the supervisor of Dolton Township was filled with scandal, from extravagant spending to dubious leadership choices. Chaos appears to follow her everywhere, according to her detractors, and to be honest, they may have her. According to media reports, Henyard used township credit cards for personal spending, including thousands of dollars spent on expensive goods and vacations. One particularly shocking revelation was that $43,000 was spent on Amazon in a single day, which isn't exactly what most people would expect from a public figure.
Caucus works right here in Dolton Township. You can also say that she flunked out because her name is not appearing on the ballot.
When former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot was brought in as a special investigator, she disclosed that Dolton's general fund went from having a surplus of almost $5 million to a deficit of around $4 million. If you thought the financial mismanagement ended there, think again. Take a moment to process that after just 2 years. The Lightfoot's report also revealed extensive misappropriation of village funds, with 2 police officers earning more overtime than their yearly salaries, one in particular reportedly earning over $100,000, while the residents of Dolton, who have a median income of only $24,000, are left to bear the expense. One of Henyard's most controversial decisions has been to use the police as her personal security detail. Her leadership style is about power and financial instability. Critics claim that this makes the town less safe by removing cops from the streets. Her use of police for personal appearances and errands was deemed a waste of resources by former Dolton Police Chief Robert Collins, who was fired by Henyard. Additionally, several local businesses reported that they were the target of police raids after they refused to donate to Henyard's civic events. One business owner even went to the FBI, accusing Henyard of harassment and retaliation.
I've said for a while, it's like, grassroots. It was organic when a lot of this things started at the township, where the people were, just showing their...
One of the most bizarre charges against Henyard is that she targeted the Dolton Park district, a completely different government agency. According to the Park District, Henyard received more than 2,000 citations for performing simple maintenance duties like laying new mulch and installing playground equipment. Cleo Jones, president of the Park District, stated that they have done this each year too. Make sure children may play in a clean, safe environment. Politics is not relevant here. Even more concerning, the Park District has accused Henyard of obstructing 2 grants totaling more than $500,000 that were intended for park upgrades, potentially costing taxpayers hundreds of thousands of dollars. Jones stated, "Don't put us in the middle of politics by issuing us these political citations."
7 minutes. That's all it took for Tiffany Henyard to be out as the Democratic nominee for Dolton Township Supervisor, and she left here visibly upset.
In the past, trustees have alleged that Henyard's administration would postpone permits, refuse funds, or even close down companies owned by her political rivals in order to punish them. This is not the first time that she has been accused of doing so. One trustee described her leadership style as dictatorial and vengeful, adding that she wanted to squash everyone who challenged her in addition to gaining power. As one Park District executive put it, "Residents want to look outside their house and see beat-up stuff if we can upgrade these things, and you're preventing it with a permit." Despite these accusations, this pattern has left many residents feeling frustrated and voiceless. In a recent public statement, Penny stated, "That's just me telling you a little bit, because all this pointing the finger at Tiffany or lying on me, I'm over it now. It's time for me to speak as I say truth speaks." She has continued to maintain her innocence and frequently blames others for the controversy surrounding her. Whether this is a genuine annoyance or a deflection, she has also accused trustees and other officials of undermining her work by suggesting they are more focused on their own political ambitions than on helping the community. The gap between her administration and the people she was elected to represent has only widened as a result of her inability to accept accountability.
Tonight's regular scheduled Village Hall meeting turned into political antics where the opponents for Mayor Tiffany Henyard say they're counting the days.
If all of this sounds overwhelming, get ready because we're not done yet. Henyard's management of the Dolton Police Department has been nothing short of chaotic. Ronnie Burr, SAR, the department's interim police chief, was recently fired after a judge ruled that he wasn't qualified to serve, leaving the department without a leader and raising more concerns about public safety. However, trustees have publicly disagreed with Henyard's leadership choices, with several abstaining from meetings to stop her from assigning new supporters to important roles. And if you thought it could get any more dramatic, let's discuss the possible Dolton Township government shutdown. Henyard recently issued a warning that the township would lose its insurance coverage due to trustees' refusal to attend meetings. Since there was no quorum present, no action could be made to approve the insurance trustee. Chris Gonzalez defended the boycott by claiming that it was required to stop Henyard from selecting a new trustee who would grant her unbridled authority.
25, and clock is ticking. Clock is ticking.
If all of this sounds overwhelming, get ready because we're not done yet. Henyard's management of the Dolton Police Department has been nothing short of chaotic. Ronnie Burr, SAR, the department's interim police chief, was recently fired after a judge ruled that he wasn't qualified to serve, leaving the department without a leader and raising more concerns about public safety. However, trustees have publicly disagreed with Henyard's leadership choices, with several abstaining from meetings to stop her from assigning new supporters to important roles. And if you thought it could get any more dramatic, let's discuss the possible Dolton Township government shutdown. Henyard recently issued a warning that the township would lose its insurance coverage due to trustees' refusal to attend meetings. Since there was no quorum present, no action could be made to approve the insurance trustee. Chris Gonzalez defended the boycott by claiming that it was required to stop Henyard from selecting a new trustee who would grant her unbridled authority.
People were getting let in at the proper time. We had a caucus, and the people voted for us, slated candidates to represent them.
As this story progresses, it is evident that Tiffany Henyard is a fierce fighter who will not give up easily. Whether she is suing her political rivals, mobilizing her supporters, or arguing with trustees, She is adamant about staying in the game, but at what cost? Her town's finances are in ruins, and its government is stuck. And the people there are growing impatient. So the question is, how far will Henyard go to maintain power? More importantly, what will remain of Thornton Township and Dolton when everything is said and done? Please share your thoughts in the comment section below, and remember to subscribe for more updates on this crazy tale.